I'd like to give a heart-warmed thank you to the tenant reps and tenant leaders who invest so much of their time within Toronto community housing communities. Many of you spend countless hours really trying to make our communities better places. You know the people who live in your buildings, you know you're able to identify what their needs are and to let us know as an organisation what are the right things that we should be providing as services to support you as tenants living in our communities. And on behalf of TCHC, we are sincerely grateful for all your hard work and all your contribution to the communities where you live.
It is because of all the tenant council and the TCSC and the police department and all the private corporations that they work on the Region Park. We have the health center, we have a community center, we have the soccer field, basketball field. You see the behind me is the beautiful park for the children. Before, how many people? Maybe 8,000 the people was living in the Region Park. Now it is the 12,000 people living. We like the Region Park, and the Region Park is one of the best places to live.
There was a group called the Animators that came along, and I got involved in that. The Animators became the social development program, which was working on issues like safety, health, security. It's just to work together with other people to do the best you can for the whole building.
For me, it was to get involved in the community where I live so I can make a difference. One of the first things that I got involved in was to be on the safety committee. And then I said, well, you know what, I can even get more involved. So my being a part of the council was more accessibility for people in Region Park that are in scooters, wheelchairs, that are visually impaired and that.
I started a tea party every week. I did it for 3 years, reclaiming my space. And I keep the residents informed of what's going on and what's happening in the whole community. It's very hard to talk to our kids on what's going on and what's happening and help parents at the same time. Because for me, all these kids that live here in this community, they're all my kids. I've seen them since they were little and them growing up. I want them to be busy doing the good thing instead of doing the wrong thing.
I like the way how they're letting us do the work, letting us sit down at the big table instead of the kiddie table. Some kids don't even know what they want to do, so the fact that they can look within their community for help is a big thing.
They were looking for someone to help lead a diabetes prevention program. So with my background in nutrition, I thought that would be a great opportunity for me to kind of give back to the community. We taught them about nutrition, the importance of physical activity. It was like a really good group and we're all encouraging each other.
Having the youth's voices heard really empowers the youth in our communities. It lets them know that they're capable and competent because we don't hear that every day.
When I moved to Gordonridge, we didn't even have the garden behind me here. We didn't have that. So that started it within the last 6 years. It brings the community together.
Yeah, this is some good
Even though they're getting eaten a little bit.
Over the years, we have started doing different things, and we wanted it to get into economical development, created jobs to do things for ourselves. And we were fortunate to be a community that has had great support from TCHC, but we have worked very hard too. This is our 3rd year doing the beehives. Our production is good, our honey is great.
What we try to do is to get the community involved in the things that we're doing so that they'll come out more and watch us do it, but they're kind of shy to get into the hives. It's really fun to do. I'm afraid of bees, but I'm not afraid of bees, but I love doing it. The role of this project here is to help other communities that has a space for beehive farm, just like us.
I became a leader in the community almost 20 years ago when I moved in. We started a community market, and then we did a community garden. I just think it's important for people to organize and to improve their lives. And if you don't do it, nobody else will, right?
We use what we have. So for instance, We're good at gardening, so we use gardening. We're good at cooking, so we use cooking. So we're just using what we have to go to the next level and employ from our community and surrounding. It's a really good feeling to work and build your community. We're able to do more than if we had just sit back.
I wanted to say thank you to everybody for the time they give up. Without our tenant reps giving up their personal time to meetings, consultations, and just being out in the community, we'd be at a disadvantage. I personally appreciate it, and so does everybody that works with Toronto Community Housing.